Hi, here we are. It is Friday morning. 10.7 is what we're working on. This is representing data. It's our last lesson for this section on graphing. On Monday, there will be a test that you'll take that kind of goes along all the things that we've been doing. The question for today: how can showing information in a graph help you solve problems?
Brad sees many animals in the park. How can you find how many animals Brad sees? Brad took a picture of the animals he saw at the park. He saw rabbits, birds, and deer. Let's figure out how many animals Brad saw. What do you need to find? You need to find how many animals Brad sees. Now you need a plan to find how many animals Brad sees. You need to use the information of the number of rabbits, birds, and deer in the picture. Let's make a bar graph to show the different numbers of animals you see in the picture. First, count the number of each kind of animal. Then you can color in a bar next to each type of animal to show how many there are. Let's count how many rabbits are in the picture, and then you can fill in the bar for rabbits. 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 4 rabbits. 4 sections are colored on the graph because there are 4 rabbits. Now let's count the birds in the picture and fill in the bar for birds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There are 7 birds. 7 sections are colored on the graph because there are 7 birds. That just leaves the deer. Let's count the deer in the picture and fill in the bar for deer. 1, 2. There are 2 deer. 2 sections are colored on the graph because there are 2 deer. How does the bar graph help you solve the problem? You can see how many of each animal there are, so you can add those numbers together to find how many animals Brad saw. So looking at the bar graph, you can see there are 4 rabbits, 7 birds, and 2 deer. 7 plus 2 is equal to 9. Count forward 4 from 9 to find the total number of animals. 10, 11, 12, 13. Brad sees 13 animals at the park. Joey asks 10 friends to choose their favorite juice. 3 friends chose grape, 5 friends chose orange, and 2 friends chose apple. Let's use a tally chart to represent the data. Start by showing the tally marks for grape juice. 3 of Joey's friends preferred grape juice. Now show the tally marks for orange juice. 5 of Joey's friends preferred orange juice. And finally, show the tally marks for apple juice. 2 of Joey's friends preferred apple juice. Complete the total for grape juice.
1, 2, 3.
That's right, there are 3 tally marks, so the total number of children that like grape juice is 3. Now, complete the total for orange juice.
Remember, when tally marks look like this, that means 5.
That's right, there are 5 children that like orange juice. Complete the total for grape juice. That's right. There are 2 children that like apple juice.
Hey, Jeannie, what's in the box?
Oh, it's for show and tell with Mrs. Sandoval. Yeah, she asked me to bring in something that we like the most.
Oh, fun. So what'd you bring?
Well, I think it's important that you like yourself, so I thought I would bring myself in.
Wait, so are you saying that you are in the box?
That is correct.
But, Jeannie, that's impossible. You're right here. I can see you.
Come on, you can take a look.
No. I'm not going to get suckered into it this time. You always trick me. I want to show you some math, and I think that's some fun. Okay?
Yeah.
All right, here we go. So here is a tally chart showing favorite kinds of juice among a bunch of children. What I want us to do is I want us to make a bar graph that captures the information here.
Oh, okay.
So you know how the tally marks work. The way it works is that we're kind of just taking almost like a survey, asking people what they say, and we mark, and this represents how many children responded. They said how many like grape.
That's
1, 2, 3. Exactly. So I'm going to write 3.
Oh, and I know what that next one stands for.
Now, that's a little tricky.
I know, but it's 5.
That's exactly right. And you don't actually have to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But that whole symbol means you're going to see it's 5. Right.
Yeah, the little line that goes through it.
Exactly. And then the apple juice was picked by 2 children.
Right.
Okay, so now I see the numbers, and now I could create my bar graph. And you know how that goes. I'm just going to actually produce a bar length that corresponds with the number we found. So, for example, with grape, I have 3 students, so I'm going to go to 3. So I'm just going to now color, and you know how I love coloring.
You're very good at it,
I
Professor
don't know
Burger.
about that, but I'm going to try my best, and here it is real fast.
Ta-da!
Exactly, and there it is. So you can see I colored in 1, 2, 3. Now, for the orange rather, we see 5. So we're going to go all the way out to 5, and I did this one in advance. This is going to be a very pretty one.
Orange juice is tasty.
It is very good, and it isn't just for breakfast. And then the last one we see is apple, and only 2. So that bar is going to be a lot shorter. It's only going to go to the number 2. So again, you can see that just visually, without even looking at the numbers, Jeannie, we can tell kind of what's the most popular by seeing which bar is the longest. So that's the power of looking at a bar graph, is we can actually read things from the information just by visualizing it. And so we've drawn the bar graph.
Bar graphs are pretty useful, Professor Burger.
Absolutely.
Well, I will see you tomorrow.
This says to use the tally chart to select the correct bar graph. Eye color. We have brown eyes, blue eyes, and green eyes. Brown has 5. Blue has 3. Green has 2. And each of those numbers are lined up over here. So which one matches the information shown in the graph above? Well, brown has to have 5. Does brown have 5 here? No. How about here? No. How about here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes. Well, then blue has to have 3. 1, 2, 3. And green has to have 2. 1, 2.
You did it.
Okay, we're going to move into our textbook now. 10.7. Problem solving. How can showing information in a graph help you solve problems? You will find this information on page 611. Brad sees many animals at the park. How can you find how many animals Brad sees? Well, when you have a story problem like this, it's important that you pay attention first to what do I need to find? Well, the question says, how can you find how many animals Brad sees? So what do I need to find? I need to find how many animals Brad sees. What information do I need to use? Well, there is not any information in the story, so I need to look at the picture to get my information. I need to know the number of birds, rabbits, and deer. Show how to solve the problem. What you're going to do is count your rabbits and put them in this bar graph. Remember, we're not doing picture graphs anymore, so you would be coloring in a bar all the way to the end where it touches the next number that matches how many are there. Same thing for bird and deer. Then draw to show how many animals Brad saw in all. Next page, 612. Try another problem. Make a graph to solve. Number 1 says, Jake has 4 more train cars than Ed. Ed has 3 train cars. Ben has 2 fewer train cars than Ed. How many train cars does Jake have? So Jake has 4 more train cars than Ed. So we can't actually write down anything for Jake yet. However, it says Ed has 3 train cars. So Ed has 3. We're going to go to the end of 3. There we go. So he's the only one that we have definite answers about. Then Ben has, this is Ben has 2 fewer train cars than Ed. Well, if Ed has 3 and Ben has 2 fewer, then we're taking away 2. 3 minus 2 equals 1. So Ben has 1 train car. Now let's go back to Jake. It says Jake has 4 more train cars than Ed. Well, Ed has 3. Jake has 4 more. This is more, so it's adding. It's not more than, it's just more. So 3 plus 4 is 7. And we come all the way over to 7, make our mark, and bring it all the way back. And now we have our bar graph. Marla has 8 dolls. 3 dolls have blue eyes. The rest have brown eyes. The rest have brown. How many dolls have brown eyes? So what I would like you to do is come over to page 614. You can skip 613 unless you would like to challenge yourself to do that. This says, what is your favorite fruit? Nina asked 20 children this question. Then she made a bar graph, but Nina spilled paint on the graph. Remember, Nina asked 20 people. So how many children chose grapes? Go to the top line, go all the way over, and write your answer. Number 8, how many children chose bananas? Do the best you can to try and figure that out. And then number 9, write another question that can be answered by using this graph of our favorite fruit. Good luck and happy graphing.